All right, guys, it's me, Slimmy V, and this is the most offensive podcast. And I am going to look at this video, something I've seen today, and I kind of wanted to give you my take on it. It's actually blood sacrifices. Um, Remember back in the days where people used to claim their best friends by slicing each other in the hands, and they kind of did a pack, and it was called something like a blood pack. This is something that actually goes on as a ritual. I think that's been passed down for generations and generations. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but I believe it's somewhat satanic, right? It's some type of evil ritual that's been passed down from generation to generation. I don't think people really know where it comes from, but it's weird. We got Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, a rapper that's out there. I think they're madly in love with each other, and they do this sort of stuff. The reason why I'm interested in this is because I don't think it's just them two. I think it's deep within our government. I think we may or may not look. I can't prove it, but it's something to think about, and it's something to go deep into. What is this? Why are we doing blood sacrifices? Let's watch a little bit of this. Let me just, I know you guys saying, just play, just push play, hurry up. So I'm gonna push play right now, so you could see exactly what I saw. I'm not making this stuff up.
I was like, whatever you say, Daddy. Whatever Daddy says.
Megan Fox is not shy about her passion for fiancé Machine Gun Kelly, which the pair apparently express with blood drinking ceremonies. Yeah, like vampires.
I think it's wonderful.
The 35-year-old actress makes the confession in Glamour UK's new digital issue. She says she and MGK have different approaches to the ritual. Quote, "When I do it, it's a passage or it is used for a reason. It is controlled, where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it." As for the rocker, Megan says he is, quote, "much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul."
I haven't done anything like that.
This isn't the first time the couple's been open about using blood to celebrate their love. When the two got engaged earlier this year, Megan shared on Instagram that the proposal ended only after we drank each other's blood.
You have to be selfless. You have to always prioritize loving the other person where they are, as they are, who they are in this moment.
As for if blood will come into play on the pair's wedding day, that's TBD. But at the time of their engagement, a source told ET that Megan and MGK are over the moon and more in love with each other than ever before. Quote, "They know that they are each other's soulmates, so they want to get married sooner than later."
He's so charismatic, but tall, blonde, gorgeous, supermodel.
There's no wedding date yet, but our source tells us they want something very dark yet romantic that shows off their luxe and sexy sides.
Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
Now, the blood reveal isn't the only confession Megan makes in Glamour. She also shares that she's completely sober. Quote, "I don't even drink a glass of wine. I don't ever smoke. I don't drink coffee."
It's not really that hard to balance.
She also gets candid about her kids.
All right. Oh, man, there's a lot to unpack here, and I got a lot to say. Number one, what are we doing? Like, what is it they think that they're accomplishing by merging their bloods together or drinking each other's blood? Now, I know, I'm not saying it's like a glass of blood like we see in like the movies or anything like that, but you're ingesting blood. You are drinking someone else's blood. Blood is a lifeline of someone. Blood is what actually makes us alive. We don't have blood, we are dead. So you're basically drinking someone's lifeline. Now I don't know how that connects to like these type of rituals, witchcraft, satanic rituals. I don't know. That's more for me to go in depth. I'm just sharing what everyone else is know. what everyone else is seeing. This is what I'm sharing. And I think it's something to talk about because it feels like sometimes mainstream media start revealing certain stuff. They want a dark wedding. Like, what is all this dark type of stuff that's happening here? And now some people will be like, okay, why does dark have to be tied to Satanists or something like this? Well, it's just a question. Can I ask a question while you be offended by the question that I ask? Let's just talk about this. And by mainstream media revealing this type of stuff, are other people doing this? And what is their valid reason for doing something like this? Because if you haven't been watching, the world as we know it is getting darker and darker. And I don't mean that in a colorful way, I mean that in a spiritual way. There is some type of demonic, dark spirituality that is among us. I don't know if people are feeling that. When you look at this whole transgenderism thing that's happening right now, how many genders do we have? And I'm going to get to this. I just wanted to pause and look. You know, look at the middle child. I don't want to talk about children, but look how these are her kids. Megan Fox, if you know, she plays in Transformers. She was one of the stars. And Machine Gun Kelly is a rock rapper. He's all right. He got lyrics, you know. But I found this really weird. I'm gonna continue. Let's listen to more of this. Okay, it goes into the whole transgender and allowing kids to choose their identity or choose their gender. Don't God have a say in this? Let's watch.
Apparently moved to tears while discussing her parenting approach, especially when it comes to letting them explore gender identity.
I feel that it's my job as a mother to be their support system and to offer them love and to help them discover who they are, but without projecting my own ideas or my own hopes or my own failures onto them. And so that means I have to be comfortable with whatever they reveal to me.
Yeah.
And I that's just what resonates and makes sense to me. I wouldn't know how to parent any other way.
Megan's opened up in the past about her child Noah's desire to wear dresses, telling the mag she bought a bunch of books that explore the topic. Quote, some of the books are just about how you can be a boy and wear a dress. You can express yourself through your clothing however you want.
I was raised in the South where there were a lot of rules and a lot of restrictions, and I was told exactly who I was supposed to be and judged very harshly and critically. And that's just not something that I want for my kids. I don't want that for my little boys.
The Transformer star says ever since her kids were young, she's made discussions about topics like gender identity a part of their everyday lives. But that doesn't stop the mom of three from worrying about her kids. Quote, I just wish that humanity was not like this. Although my kid is so brave and I know that they've chosen this journey for a reason, it's just hard as a mom.
I believe she's making it harder than it is. There are two genders. Let's not even say genders. There are two sexes. Boy and a girl. Female and male. XY and XX. That's it. You don't need to complicate it. When you complicate it and you have all these different genders, you are now going to apply certain rules to each and every single one of these genders. For what? We have male and female. Rules for females, rules for males. Simple. having your son or daughter or your child pick an identity that they feel that they are does not make sense. It opens the doors to a darker path. You are what God says you are. Children have a very creative imagination. You are a parent for a particular reason. To parent, to guide them in the right direction, to set rules and boundaries. Listen, look at the earth, look at the universe. We are surrounded by rules and natural laws. Why? Because this is how we ought to be governed. So you govern your children by setting boundaries, by setting rules. You cannot allow them to make certain decisions that their mind is not adult enough to understand. I'm not perfect. I know there's rules for a reason. Heck, I'm an adult. I'm still learning certain things. We're not going to know everything. But setting rules and boundaries is the first step to having an adult. Without rules and regulations and laws, everything is just chaotic all over the place. If we didn't have gravity, we'll be flying all over the place. We have gravity to kind of keeps us grounded. She's complicating things. She's falling into that wokeness that everyone else is falling into that dark pit that everyone else is falling into. I don't know if this has to do with this blood ritual that they practice. I don't know if it's warping their mind because the blood basically is a DNA. So I don't know if you ingest or drink or if it does something within you or if it does something in your brains to kind of screw you over. I have no idea. But I do believe I'm going to look more into this. This is a discussion that I would love to have and to continue more with knowledge because I don't know everything. All right? I'm finding things out as I go along. And I find this, to me, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I could share my opinion, I feel it's demonic. We do not drink people's blood. We drink, this is life. This is life. We do not partake in these type of ceremonies or rituals. You know, and you know what? Maybe I'm speaking for some because that's not something Christians do, right? Not everyone's a Christian. And I guess people are allowed to do whatever they want to do. But again, I'm going to say this like I reiterated before in my other video. That there may be people, not just them, in our government that partake in these type of ceremonies. And if they do, with this type of mentality, with their thinking and perspective, they are governing us according to these ideologies. Let's think about that. We're being governed by what people may deem as Satanists. And if they think a certain way, they're going to create laws that cover what they do. There you see it. This whole LGBT plus Q community. This stuff is not natural. This is my opinion. Natural is you're born either a female or a male. Right? And that should be something that's science. Right now they're going against science. Sure, There are people that's born with both of a JJ and a Panene, right? And that is deemed as, oh man, something is wrong, right? So if they would think something is wrong, then it is unnatural. Let's not make something that's unnatural seems natural. There are things that happen in life. We don't live in a perfect world. According to biblical scriptures, Lucifer is a fallen angel. And they have their angels. They have their demonic following. We don't know if our minds are being influenced by these demons. But that is my take. Comment below. What are your thoughts on this drinking blood thing? What do you think? Like, what is it for? Do you practice blood drinking? Comment below. What does it do for you? Is it good for you? Does it provide you certain nutrients? Like, what does it do? I need to know. And if you're willing and able, and you want to have a little Q&A, I'm kind of interested as to why you do that. Where did it come from? Who you learn it from? You know, is it something that you feel it's nothing? People, it's all right. Like, I want to know. You know, is it demonic? Did you get it because you want to worship Satan? Or is it like, you know what? Nah, it's not demonic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's something me, you know, instead of smoking weed, you know, this is what I do. You know, I drink blood. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed, but I drink blood. You know, so I want to know. What are your thoughts on that? Please hit that like button. Share this video because I want to know what this whole drinking blood thing is all about. And how do you feel about Megan Fox allowing her kids to choose who they want to be? What's your thought on that? I could do a video by itself on that alone because I couldn't go for probably 16 hours on this, but I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to make it conversational. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not looking at any facts. I'm just spewing my opinions, and I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, it's Slimmy V. This is the most offensive podcast. If you're not offended, you probably wasn't watching or listening. Okay, God bless. Stress less and let Yahweh do the rest. I'm out. Peace.